hope you know diets don't work. Yes, it doesn't work. If it works, many of us will be extremely slim. Like seriously, you know a lot of people dieting. So if it works, many of them will be extremely slim. And do you know that most dieting companies gain from failure? Yeah, because when you indulge in a dieting program and if it works, definitely you wouldn't go back. But you're always going back to patronizing because it's not working. So now you see dieting doesn't work, because if it works, most of these dieting companies will go bankrupt. But they still exist and they're still striving. That means dieting doesn't work. In this video, I'm going to tell you why diet doesn't work. And please stay tuned, watch to the end of this video, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. My name is Queen. You do welcome. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and thank you if you're new. If you're seeing my face for the first time, thank you very much, and remember to subscribe. So, dieting doesn't work. Yes. It's so funny. I mean, I know a lot of things will be going on in your mind now. Dieting doesn't work. But I lost 10 kg the other time. I lost a certain kg the other time. If you lost it, be frank to yourself. Are you keeping it off? How many times have you patronized dieting companies, diet coaches, weight loss coaches? How many times have you patronized them? That's one thing they won't tell you. Personally, I coach people. I've encountered a lot of people, and I've actually helped more than 20 people to lose weight, and at least 18 of them have previously subscribed to a program in the past or tried a certain weight loss and it doesn't work. Yeah, because if it works, you won't be looking for another person. In fact, if it works, you won't patronize the second time. So I'm here to tell you why it doesn't work. And maybe, just maybe, you may reconsider or have a rethink. First of all, dieting, especially on the long run, doesn't work. Not only that it doesn't work, but it poses a lot of dangers to your health. I mean, it's unhealthy and it exposes you to a lot of sicknesses that you don't even know. I mean, you expose your body to a lot of things. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why it doesn't happen, the best way to go about it. I've made a video on calorie deficit, how to run a calorie deficit. So if you want to lose weight naturally and keep it off, you have to watch this video. The link is in the description to learn more about keeping a calorie deficit and losing weight naturally. There are reasons why diet doesn't work. Now, there are a lot of diets in existence. If weight loss has been an increase, that a lot of people, a lot of different methods of dieting are invoked now. And there are a lot of them, like keto diet, paleo diet, Atkins diet, vegan diet, beach diet, a lot of diets, and most of them doesn't even work. I mean, it may work temporarily, but then you agree with me, it won't last. And I would like to let you know, most of the weight you lose are not fat, especially in the beginning. And you also notice, if you've tried it, a certain time you lose weight, and then when you engage in all this diet, you lose weight, and a point you stop losing weight. Even when you are still in the diet, you simply stop losing weight. Have you wondered why it happened? Have you wondered why it happens? That's because that is still part of the problem you'll be facing with dieting. There are a lot of factors why it doesn't work in a long time, why you will keep losing this weight, why you gain this weight back, and why you're exposed to a lot of health challenges. Before we go into them, you know what dieting is? When we say dieting, what comes to our mind? Eating a special kind of food to achieve certain things, and we usually exclude a lot of things in this meal. For instance, keto excludes carbohydrate. paleo excludes carbohydrate. Atkins, the same thing. Low carb, high carb diet. All these guys, why do they even have problem with carbohydrates? Like seriously, your problem is fat, and then you deny yourself of carbohydrate. That's so funny. But then, carbohydrate is still important. So, one of the effects or the reasons why this diet doesn't work is because it's restrictive. Yes, you check all those diets I've mentioned, they are restricting one thing or the other. When you talk about low carb, high fat, they still restrict carbs. Low fat, high carb, still restrict fat. I mean, almost all the diets restricts one thing or the other. And then you try the vegan diet. Vegan diet is good anyway, but then it's still restrictive. Most diets are restrictive, and that is why it doesn't work in the long time. Though vegan diet is good because we always get the substitutes anyway. So the reason why they won't work in a long time and the reason why they pose threats are because it's restrictive. And when you restrict yourself from certain class of food, you tend to lose a lot of nutrients. Yes, every class of food has its own nutrient, has its own benefit. I mean, there's an imbalance in the way you eat, and it's going to affect a lot of things in your body. So if you're restricting fat, I would like to let you know that fat plays a very crucial role in our life, especially when it comes to hormones. And then you want to restrict carbohydrate, you're restricting a source of energy. And the problem is not restricting that particular food. For instance, you want to restrict beans in keto diet, you restrict beans, and then beans contains some essential amino acid. So you see, you're losing out in this type of diet. And the problem sometimes is we don't even supplement for all these nutrients because sometimes you don't even know what you are lacking. That will take us to the next one. It affects your immunity. No wonder most people on a restrictive diet are always sick. They are always prone to infection and other ailments. It's probably because they're lacking some nutrients, and their immune is really weak, and they're even reducing their calories. The next one, you have the tendency of overeating. Most diets, most restrictive diets, don't really consider calorie counts. They don't consider what you eat, as long as you're eating within a range of a diet. You're really eating within a range of food. I'm still gonna use keto for instance, because keto is actually the most popular now. So in keto diet, you're not restricted how you eat. You eat as long as you're hungry. You eat whenever you want, however you want, as long as you're eating high fat and low carb with moderate protein. There's no problem. Now, have you wondered why some people gain this weight when they wean off keto? Because they overeat. That is one of the reasons. When you engage in a restrictive diet, you're going to have the tendency of overeating because you don't train yourself to curtail the things you eat. Okay, you're on a restrictive diet and you have achieved your weight loss, and then you want to go back to your normal way of eating, for instance, 3 times a day. It's not possible immediately. I mean, you're going to have increased hunger, and because you've achieved your weight gain, then you feel you can eat anyhow. And it's not just about eating so much. It's not just about your mind. It affects some hormones in your body, like the leptin, which controls how you eat. You're really going to feel a lot of hunger, feel so hungry that you can't resist eating. And at this time, you don't even mind what you eat because you're not in keto anyway. And this time around, you're going to double up your weight, leading to a weight rebound, which is usually experienced after dieting. The next reason why it's not going to work is because you are severely reducing your caloric intake. When you reduce your caloric intake severely and for a long time, it affects you. Our body is so smart. and it affects our metabolism, especially your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. I've talked extensively on this BMR, and you can watch the video in the description. The link is in the description. Severely reducing your caloric intake, especially for a long time, affects your BMR and slows down your metabolism. And you know, for you to lose weight, your metabolism plays a very high role in losing weight. So when this metabolism is reduced, it's going to affect your weight. And find out that while in diet, you're still dieting, but then you're no longer losing weight. And then you keep increasing the exercises you're doing, you keep reducing your caloric intake, and then you still stalls your weight. You're not moving anywhere. Our body is so smart. When you deny it of the right amount of calories, initially it's going to release from its storage. It's going to release from the depth that are fat vapor, and then when it keeps happening for a long time, your body is going to reason like I said, our body is smart. So this is your body talking to yourself. I really have a lot of work to do, but I'm not getting the energy that I need. I'm not getting enough energy to perform these activities. So what does it do? It keeps saving it. It keeps saving it. And the only way to save it is to reduce your metabolism. It reduces the rate at which it uses this energy. It keeps saving it because you're not giving it enough, and it wants to save for the rainy day. Just like in your car, when you have more than enough fuel to take you to your destination, you find out that you can easily take other routes, especially when the traffic is heavy. Unlike when you don't have enough fuel, you're not going to try any other route because you know you're scared of running out of gas. So you keep saving it, you keep standing, keep waiting just to save your fuel. Your body is like, if you don't feed me soon, if you don't give me what I want soon, I'm going to break down. And I don't want to break down. So it keeps saving it. It keeps saving it. And then you stop losing weight, even when you're dieting. And then you notice you're not losing weight. You want to increase your exercise, and the body saves it more. And then you find out that you start losing muscles. And then the lesser muscle you have, the lesser your metabolism. Your metabolism keeps reducing and reducing and reducing. So you see, and you stop losing weight because your body is already in a storage mode. It keeps saving and saving and saving and saving. That is why you don't even starve. Being on a low calorie for a long time, being an extremely low calorie for a long time, it sends a starving signal to your body. I mean, it alerts your body that it's starving, and then your body wants to save. The next one is loss of muscle mass. Like I've said, you keep increasing your exercise, you keep denying yourself of a lot of nutrients, a lot of food, and it affects your hormones, including the ones responsible for bone formation, and it affects your bones and your muscle, and you start losing limb muscles. Once you start losing limb muscles, that's a problem already. Some people say my glutes muscles are gone, and I don't know, my tummy is still there. Seriously, it's a sign that you are losing muscle, because the glutes is made up of muscle. So if you're losing it, that means you're losing muscle. Besides, that is where you have it in excess. So it starts depreciating from excess. That's why it seems to be shapeless when you engage in a restrictive diet. Again, restrictive diet has a way of playing with our mental reasoning. Like, you keep being in check, you keep checking it, you keep climbing the weight scale up and down, and you keep monitoring yourself, and it's not really good. And then when you're not getting what you want, what is the motivation? And it's not just about playing with our mind, it affects your social life. Like, you're hanging out with friends and you're not eating. Like, how long are you gonna do that? How long are you gonna hang out? You can't eat, you can't drink because you're on a special diet. And then how long are you going to continue on this diet? And it doesn't just affect our social life, it is expensive. Of course, eating concerned poor with low carb diet, it means it's really expensive. A poor man can't afford it. So if you're on a special diet, it means it requires a lot of money. And then if you're not buoyant enough to engage in it, it's not really gonna last. Another thing is, being on a restrictive diet doesn't teach us other forms of weight loss. Yeah, there are other things you do to lose weight. You need to sleep well, you need to eat well, you need to carry out a reasonable activity, and then you're on a special diet, and working out or not, you're gonna lose weight, and then you're neglecting other aspects of life that are important, like taking fluid, taking a lot of water, sleeping well, engaging in activities, and all those healthy lives. It's really not going to teach you about losing weight naturally. So you see, these are reasons why restrictive diets don't work. They don't work, especially in a long term. How long do you want to diet? Definitely you will stop dieting. Definitely you'll be tired of dieting, and then you want to enjoy your normal life. You want to carry out your normal activities, and then you go back to your way of eating, and then you add more weight than you've gained. So the best way to lose weight, run on a calorie deficit and follow the Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet has been proven to be one of the best diets you can engage in. So you see, restrictive diets are not always the best. So, and you really lose weight very fast, but you don't keep it off. Tell me, how many people have you seen that engage in a restrictive diet without getting it back once they return? It's really difficult. Most people who keep it off really understand what it takes, and then they keep doing exercise, they keep building muscles, they keep eating clean, and then they maintain this weight. But you paid for a weight loss program for 1 month, and they give you a crash diet, and then the next month you're off the program, and then you go back to your normal way of eating. What do you expect? You're going to gain those weight back. If you have to engage in a restrictive diet, you have to really meet your dietitian, meet your doctor or a coach, so that they can carefully plan out your meal plan. Plan out a meal for you in a way that you don't lose nutrients, lose muscle, or even deny yourself a certain things, and in a way that you don't have to binge eat. That way you will really experience all these necessary side effects that comes with restrictive diet. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you.